Hello and welcome. I'm Kathy Bradley, founder of Kathy Bradley and the Angels, and I'm here today to talk to you a little bit about the empowerment process. And there's no mistake that you found yourself at this site at this moment in time. Everything works in divine order. So welcome. What we're going to be talking about and sharing a little bit today is about the empowerment process, which is part of my book, The Light Becomes You. And so what it does is it affects every single aspect of your life. You'll see a shift and a dramatic change in your career life, in your personal life, in your monetary life, as you learn and grow and use the applications and the tools that are part of this program. So we look forward to seeing you and we welcome you. Blessings. I'm going to ask you, connect with yourself right now. Put one hand on your heart and one on your solar plexus. And just connect and ask yourself, are you living your calling? Are you living based on what your divine purpose is? And just connect and see. Take that breath. And if it's a gnawing, like a constriction that you feel in your body, sometimes it's in your solar plexus or your stomach, that means that you're not living on target. There's something amiss. Okay? So that's great, because that's half of it, is just figuring out, like, what's wrong? Why am I not living what I came here to do? So once you realize, like, okay, you could be, it could come in a manifestation of you being sick. For example, with myself, my back, I had back surgery. I was really sick. I wasn't feeling good. And that's because I felt I wasn't supported by the universe. Okay? So that was my inner calling. That was saying you're not on target. Yeah, you're in this job and you're making lots of money and you think that's what it's all about. And yet your heart is telling you that's not it. There's something else. And what usually typically keeps us from moving forward is its fear. It could be fear of our belief in ourselves that we can do something that we really want to do. It could be a belief that there's not enough time. You're already busy enough. You have the career that you have in place, and how could you possibly leave that to do your life calling? Or it could be, as I mentioned, believe it or not, the fear could be not a fear of failure, but it could actually be a fear of success. Right? So check in with yourself, see if that's the case. See how it may be manifesting in your body. As I mentioned, it could be a tension, it could be an anxiety, it could be actual sickness that it manifested in your body in the form of a disease, right? Rather than being an ease, you're in disease. And I'd like to bring you forward a moment and show you, picture for yourself how it would be after you have gone through the empowerment program. The empowerment program consists of tools and steps and techniques for you to follow on a daily basis, so that now imagine yourself breathing easy, being happy, being joyful, because you know you're living your life on purpose. And as you do so, you're fully supported by the universe. That's one of those myths. We think that we won't make the money if we're doing whatever it is, whether it's in the arts or anything else. We don't believe we're going to be fulfilled and we're going to be compensated properly. And yet nothing could be further from the truth, because when you're doing something that you totally love, the universe conspires to meet you. You see, everything is energy. So whatever we're thinking, whatever we're feeling, that's what we're attracting to ourselves. So when you've been given all of these tools and steps, you know, with a certainty, with a knowing, with a commanding presence, because you've connected with your source. That's one of the first steps, is connecting with our source. And it's such a fundamental step in setting that platform for yourself so that you can always go within to get the answers for yourself, to receive divine guidance from the angels, from God, from the ascended masters. They're all there for you. They're all there to help you and assist you. All you have to do is ask and be open to receive. And then when you do so, you see yourself living this exciting life. One of the things that people come to me for is to find that inner guidance, to find that inner peace and tranquility. And unfortunately, most often people are looking outside themselves for that guidance. They're looking for answers from somebody else. And one of the most important tools that I teach people is how to find that inner wisdom within them so that they don't have to go to other people. As well-meaning as other people are, including myself, you always know what's best for yourself. So if I can provide you with the tools and the techniques that you can utilize to discern what is the best and highest purpose for your life, well, then that's the greatest gift that I can give you. The gift of showing you how to make that connection with your inner source, with your inner guidance. So I look forward to connecting with you to give you some tools and techniques that you can use in your everyday life. It's not something that you learn intellectually, it's something that I really want you to experience in every moment so that you can choose whether you want to get pulled out from your center, from your calm, from your peace, and to get drawn into something, or discern for yourself. Maybe that's not the right thing for you. And when you give yourself that time and that essence and that direction, you always know what's best. So here's to looking at you, kid. And I definitely want to talk to you a little bit about humor. So often people are so serious. They think it's so serious that what they have to deal with, and spirituality, and they feel really heavy. And everything that I get from the angels and from God's source, all the elementals, is about having fun and enjoying life and being humorous and having fun and making fun of ourselves, right? So when we add that pressure onto ourselves to be perfect, well, how does that feel for you? When you feel that you need to be perfect, right? Immediately, what do you feel? Maybe you feel a little constriction in your body. But when you're laughing and you're having fun, that's when you open up and you expand and you allow different possibilities and different answers to flow to you without having to look, without having to grasp. It's when you're in that place of joy and harmony. Because joy and harmony is really a high vibrational energy. It's one of the highest vibrational energies there is. So if you were to be in a place of, let's say, neutrality, and you want to move up to joy, well, when you're in that space, you're open up to an infinite amount of possibilities. And what's coming through is that definition from Einstein. Thinking the same thing over and over again from the same point of view is the definition of insanity. And yet we sit there and we think and we try and we wonder how we're going to do it. And yet when you can be fun and laughter and go out in nature, which I'm doing right now, that's when you get your answers. When you're not trying so hard. When you're allowing the peace and the tranquility and the humor of things. You know, we all make mistakes. We're imperfectly perfect or perfectly imperfect, however you want to say it. There you go. And so if you can laugh as you're learning and see the humor in things. And, whoa, that was a really big bee that went right by me. So what I got from that is to be happy.
Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because
her sessions and the workshops and the times we've had together have changed my life. We started out with angel readings, which helped to guide me and feel more confident about my path and, you know, ideas I had going in my mind and things I wanted to see come to fruition. And those readings and that guidance helped me along. I have attended workshops that helped me with goals and decide, you know, helped me to actually realize what my life path should be. Kathy was very clear and helpful in that.
I remember when I actually first came to you, I was just in a place in my life where I was really feeling lost in so many different ways. And, when I had came to you, I received that validation that really allowed me to have the strength and confidence in all the other areas of my life. So it really did. It impacted my life in different areas just by simply having that validation and, again, allowing myself open to receiving it, too.
When I sat with Kathy, there were several areas of the entire healing that really stood out in my mind. One of them was the Reiki, when she did the Reiki and was doing the healing. It amazed me how her hands became so warm, almost hot. And when we had discussed it, she said that was about the energy that was flowing through her. And I hadn't told her any of the areas that were hurting. I had had a broken toe that she knew nothing about. And automatically, her hands brought her to that spot. And she did the laying on of hands on the broken toe. And then I have like what they call a sensitive heel from working out. And again, her hands went to that area without me saying a word.
It's been very relaxing. And the things you discuss and talk to us about, I try to apply in my life today. And it's been quite an experience. The angels, I call my higher power, has been working. It's amazing. It really is. It's undescribable.
And even you had one particular situation.
Yeah. I had an EKG come up to have a problem in it, and so I had further tests done as far as a stress test and a CAT scan. So I was able to stay calm through all these tests, even though they were sending me for another one, which meant they saw something again. And a lot of praying, a lot of speaking about it to people and stuff, and learning about it instead of ignoring it like I would have done in the past. And the final result was actually going for a procedure where they put a camera in your arm from your wrist to your heart, and they prepare to do some kind of procedure. And she went in with the camera, and she said she couldn't find anything wrong at all.
And previously they had it, right?
Yeah, I told her, keep looking, because you're not doing this again. And she goes, there's nothing wrong with you.
I came to you, I think, the first time last year when I was going through just some work stress and some life stress, and I wasn't really sure where to turn, and someone had recommended you to me. And it was funny because the time that I came to you, I was so frazzled, and I remember thinking, like running into this session and thinking, I've got to get to another job, I've got to go do this, and I was so tired, like bone tired. And I'll never forget, one of the things that was so amazing was that when we worked through that session, you gave me not only the tools that I needed to take into the world, but there was something about the session that grounded me and actually re-energized me in a way that I had never felt before.
Right. So, it has been a wonderful experience. To work with Kathy. She's an amazing, inspiring person, lots of wisdom. And she guides me to my heart and teaches me how to learn and trust and my inner guidance. Yes, my heart. And it has been wonderful.
Oh, good. Thank you so much.
Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. And no hell below us, and above us is only sky. Imagine all the people living for today.